Good morning. It's day 46. I don't know, I'm in a better mood today. And backpack looks pretty good on a green shirt. I tell myself maybe it was the gray shirt that was making me hate my backpack. This backpack is way more adjustable than the other one was. It's got a lot more settings to fiddle with, and I still had not, or even have not, got it dialed in just right. As my body is shrinking and none of the assumptions and presets from my section hiking days are really working for me, for my comfort. But still got 3 days of hiking before Damascus, where I get to make the call on this thing. However, let's see, today's itinerary is 8.5 miles to Boots Off Hostel. I've got a resupply box waiting for me there. I hope to do some laundry, take a shower, upload some videos, edit some videos, back up my phone so I have room for more videos, all that stuff. And I should be there by 2. Also on today's hike, we get Laurel Falls, which is one of the best falls on the lower third of the AT. Since Amicalola is not on the AT, it doesn't count. It's up there. Laurel Falls, and then some of those really high ones like Jones Falls and I think Mountaineer Falls from day before yesterday were both actually pretty epic. Pretty nice falls too. So let's see what today has in store. Why don't we? Plus it's well, there's some blue spots up there somewhere. I see some right there. See if I can get that. Look at that blue. Here's some more thoughts to take advantage of this flat stretch of trail. I actually meditated this morning, like set the timer, closed my eyes, sat there in half lotus inside my hammock. That's something I have not done since I've been on trail, and it's kind of a thing when I first started getting into that practice. Gosh, it's been like 12 years now, 11, 12. That I found myself frustrated on hikes, not having the mental or emotional bandwidth for, but mainly not having the time for. You're constantly, or I found myself constantly occupied with tasks, and not busy work, but like necessary tasks. And when I wasn't doing those, it was sleeping or walking, or just. And so I came to see the whole experience of backpacking and hiking as the meditation, the walking meditation. You find yourself being present to a much greater capacity than you are in everyday life, even almost unintentionally. And so that's how I kind of perceived the backpacking trip or the hike as being a meditation practice. But I was in my head pretty deeply yesterday, and just kind of wanted to see if I could fit an intentional meditation in. And I would love to be able to make that daily again. It's one of those things where I have to get over the mental hurdle of thinking of it as I could be 2/3 of a mile further down the trail if I skipped it. And, that's not what this is about. The destination isn't going anywhere. And besides, the experience is over once you reach it. So it's really about the experience along the way. And, how much easier it is to have that bright outlook when the sun's out and I'm wearing short sleeves. This is a weird little channel that makes me believe that this, at least this stretch, because it's straight and flat and along the edge of the river, was a railroad bed at one time, and that was a man-made cut, because it does not look very natural. But that's something I've wondered about whenever I've walked through here, hiked through here, or whenever I see it in people's videos and remembering it. Anyway, that was a long monologue. I'll probably chop it up in the edit because it was not scripted and I was rambling a little bit. I'm still pretty high up on the trail, probably 20 or 30 feet above the base there. That's our first good shot of Laurel Falls. Pretty good little breeze blowing through the gorge down here. I'm gonna try to set my camera up and walk out there on those rocks. I'm looking at the trail and trying to remember which way it goes. There's a portion of the trail up here that's just literally just inches above the water, and if the water's too high, you have to take that upper trail. And I hope the trail's good. I can't really tell from here, so I can't see the blazes. shadow, barely. You know, I'm sitting here shooting this footage and I suddenly realized that there's some green leaves on the trees. Like spring is here, perhaps. Wish I knew my plants better. Finally made it to the top of whatever the mountain is that we just climbed. Almost to the top. I'm at the spring, and then there's like a little burst, a little sprint climb, short climb all the way to the top. This is the ticket booth for the music festival.
How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. You just checking in?
Well, I'm settling in here at Boots Off. This place has really grown. Last time they had four tiny cabins. Now they also have these geodesic domes. I should ask them if the domes come with a Trifalmadorian that looks like Montana Wildhack. Or maybe it was just Montana Wildhack. Well, I just broke one of the stairs. Oops. So for the first time on this hike, this is my hammock set up without the travel sock, which means it's got both tie-outs attached, and this is the way I've devised, because these, I used to attach these all the way out to the stake, but they don't reach, anymore like they used to, so on the older models. So I am doing that, attached them to the corners of the tarp. And this provides my gear shelf in the hammock, and this just provides some shoulder room for my head, and that one attaches there. So this is the full setup. Now that also means I can't walk the length of the ridge without running into shock cords halfway down. So I usually enter from the foot, and so if I set up and I'm not expecting rain, I'll set up with a hiking trekking pole under the foot corner to raise the entrance up a little bit. Sometimes I'll do both corners. And then this is the view on the inside with the gear shelf. And once I start piling stuff in there, it'll hang down like that. But here we are. All right, so it's time for me to go get my trekking poles and plug in all my gadgets to recharge, and find out the Wi-Fi password so I can start working on some videos and some phone backups and things like that. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. I got here, I don't know, about an hour ago, I guess.